So guys, welcome back to a new video, and in this video I'm going to talk about the tomorrow's market analysis about Nifty, Bank Nifty, and I'll give you one intraday stock which you can trade. So let's start with first Nifty and Bank Nifty. Let's see how Nifty and Bank Nifty could be traded tomorrow. So simple charting on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Let's see what today happened was Nifty gapped up. Okay, so from previous few days Nifty was not falling that badly, but then I'll say so. As you can see on the first day, Nifty gapped down almost 170 points, had a whole pullback of almost 76 points, and then it had good resistance where you could have sold. It gave an inside candle and all that. I don't actually trade on inside candles, but then I saw one, so I'm just telling you. And then it again gave a fall of almost 200%, and it closed again at the day's low. Okay, then is when we again next day we had a fall, more fall, like around, like how much point was it, 30-40 point, and then we got sold off till almost 340 points. We had a good pullback. This was where I personally got hopes because this was a good support, but then again we got selling. So well, I was supposed to be having an overnight position, but then I cancelled that. I was having I was supposed to have overnight position around 315, 320. I usually enter at that price, but then I cancelled that because of this fall, this sudden fall, because you use on a simple, like on a 5 minute time frame, you see something like this reversal over here. Like market tried, so I'll show you something. So market tried to go up, and okay, why this brush is not black. Yeah, market tried to go up, then again it fall, again it tried to go up, and again it has fall. So this is like something, it was trying to take an resistance or something like that. But then on the night side, I had the FIA data and everything, and then we saw a good gap up today, and then this is how market has been reacting. Now this is where the major take of your trade comes in. Okay, now you see simply one thing, that is when market fall almost 160 points and a good pullback came in. This was the point where the major resistance was, and at these around same levels, market has been taking resistances, and market has just closed at that point, just closed at that point. Okay, by taking a rejection. So if you see the rejection, it is same as the, like these candle, this week rejections. The candle has closed at the same point, as you can see the line fast. Now something I want to note is, if tomorrow we have a gap up, then we are going to test these new highs, that is the 15960 or the intraday high. So these are the new highs which we are going to test. So if we get a flat market, if we gap up, then what I am expecting personally is we see a pullback. I don't know why this brush is not saving itself, but then yeah, we see a good upside momentum, then we'll retest, and then only we can see this breakout. Or then what will happen is will again like go sideways over here, then we'll again have a good big fall. Okay, so that's how things are. Market has to slow down itself, and then Nifty and Bank Nifty both have to manage each other. Okay, so this is how for Nifty. If tomorrow this level breaches, we get a good up move trend, and then we see an um, retest, and then if at this point you can enter, if retest, it does and retest. Or what you can do is simply short at this point. If you see something like this trend line or something, which I'll never suggest, but then that's one case. If you see a strong price action at that point, then you can enter the trade. Next, if we gap down, then the first resistance will be facing is this is where the first resistance we are facing. Okay, let me just fix it. Yeah, this is the first resistance, like these levels, because you see over here resistance 1 2 over here also of like a big fall, flat market, again a big fall. But this resistance is also going to be a weaker resistance. It will retest. If it survives it, if it sustains, then we'll again see the market in this zone only, or it will break down and then it will go till these levels. Okay, I do not expect this because for now data is good. I'll go towards the data and the rest also, but then we'll talk about that later. Coming on to Bank Nifty, this is what the Bank Nifty is currently. So as you see, Bank Nifty high is 35,978 is what the high is for Bank Nifty. And currently we are trading way more low because Bank Nifty had a sharp fall, like almost of 1400 points almost. I'm not wrong. Yeah, 1400 points. And currently we still are negative 1000 points. So let's see how tomorrow Bank Nifty performs. Now the first thing that you got to notice, that is, see, this is how price action trades works. Okay, so support, this was a resistance first, now it has become a support. Okay, this is where the main game comes in. If tomorrow we gap up, this is the first resistance we are going to face. If we gap up above that, then these are the levels where we are going to face resistances. That is 35,000. 35,000 is the level, like 35,000, 35,990, 30, all between 34,900 to 35,000 is the no trade zone for personally me. If I see some good trades, obviously I'll trade tomorrow. Usually I avoid trades on Friday, but then if some big move has to be there, then obviously I need to capture that. So this is where the levels are. You see double bottom, and then it has acted as a resistance on the today's chart. That's how things are. 35,000 is also still an stronger support, sorry, resistance. So if that has to be like, if in morning only we breach that, like almost 350 points, something like that, as we did today, if we breach that, then we'll retest these levels again, and then we'll make an up move. If that happens, then if tomorrow we have a big rally, the highest point I am expecting is 35,300, 333. Above that, I do not expect a good market. There is around 600 points rally, which I don't think that will happen, because there's one issue which I need to talk about. That is Nifty. And Nifty has, like, if we go to the OI data, I'll just go to the OI data for now. So this is the OI data. Just pull it out of my sec. So this is what the OI data is for Nifty. On Nifty, you see 16,100, 16,200, 16,300. Every strike price has a short build-up over there. Is what indicates that in this week, at least till July, and we are not expecting 16,000 to be 16,100 to be breached. Okay, now here's one issue. If market has to breach these all-time highs, maximum it can go at 16,000. Okay, now 16,000 is what points far? 16,000 is almost 177 points far. If Bank Nifty rallies 600 points, Nifty has to rally around 200 250 points, which it will not sustain. The reason is simple, because there over here we see that on 16,100 we have a big short build up. Okay, that's what the state is, like 16,100, 16,200, 16,300. Okay, so what will happen is, even if we breach 16,100, 16,100, people will change their position to 16,200. The change will push again. Like, what will happen is, market will look something like this. If let's say we go for 16,100 and that levels, so this is how market will come. It will breach. If it does breach 16,100, it will go like 16,150, 130, whatever it is, and then it will have a big sudden fall, because of people switching their positions. Okay, not fall like this, but then you understand the fall, how it usually falls. So that's what the state of the market is currently. So I'm not expecting a big bullish day for that. Bank Nifty has to stay positive. Bank Nifty has to come up, and Nifty has to stay under pressure. Then one time is where both will be staying at an equal level. This is where I'll be fully into options and all the trades, and this is where we can expect 16,000 or 20,000, let's say, to breach in. Okay, so that's the levels. Looking at the FII and FIDI Pro data, is what FII will avoid the option data, that is call and futures, basic index futures, stock futures. FIIs have went bullish, madly bullish on that. Okay, so this is something from previous few days we were not looking at. We were looking at around that. FIs are not interested in Indian markets. Now FIs have shown some sort of interest into Indian markets, and that's what I was mentioning few days back. So this is our Discord channel. I'll just tell you something. So I've written over here today is, finally FI went heavy long. I have went big on stock futures. This is why I was telling of back few days. So I've uploaded a few, like I do upload here data every day. This is where I spoke over where big people never enter in mid. They bring markets to bottom to get an entry. So that's what big people do. What we do is, Okay, we see a stock rallying up, we will enter in the middle. No, what big people do is they buy at the dips, they sell at the highs, whatever your highs are. Okay, that's what they do. So this is how they treated markets. They bought markets to down, bought it. Now that is going to go up. Now this is the main issue. If tomorrow FIIs somehow sell their positions, they change their minds now to confirm this, that okay, if I are again interested in the market, we need two consecutive days to be FIs to be bullish. Okay, and this is the first day, but then this is an expiry for not just their long in future. So I'll count Friday ka data and Monday ka data. Okay, this is where I'll look towards the market. Now coming on to the main point, that is, if tomorrow, as it's been in Friday, you guys know what happens in Fridays. If tomorrow somehow market gets sold off, then, like, not sold off, basically we get a flat to bearish market. Okay, flat to bearish market. What we can expect is, basically, we'll expect this and this. We'll expect market to be in this range, like this is around 80-60 point range, and market will stay flat the whole day. People will, like, take their premiums by, like, short selling. You can short sell options by, like, premium hedge, and you'll make good amount of money. Next thing is, if we get a bullish day, what could happen is, basically, if we, like, have a small gap up or something like that, 30-40 points gap up, the first resistance we'll face is these levels, like from 935 to 960. Again, 965, basically, whatever those levels are. To face this whole zone of resistance, that is a no trading zone for me, at least. Just mark and rectangle, so that's more preferable for you guys to look around it. So this is what a no trading zone is: 940 to 960, basically 20 points ka zone, no trading zone for me. Okay, because here's the thing. I told you in the data. Now what could happen is, tomorrow, if somehow markets go bullish, okay, somehow markets go bullish, what they will do is, if markets gap up, markets hit this levels, again a sell-off could come, and this is where I think, if bullish markets happen, will go up slightly till, like, the first trading zone. If you guys have been into my session and everything, you guys know what the zones are of the market. First trading zone will see a bullish market. If there's a gap up, then is where we'll see a flat to downward market. And in the institutional zone, we'll see a big sell off that will either break the day's low or either break this low. Okay, that these resistances, and will end in negative. That could be one case. In the second case, I've told, if we have a flattish or bearish opening, until we do not reach 15,665, we'll have a flattish market. This is where I am personally, at least if I want to trade in this market, I'll only go short on the positions, like I'll sell calls or put something like that, like 16 15,900 16,000 ka call, with an hedged position, like premium hedge. Or what I'll do is simply stay out of the markets. Now that's it for the analysis. If you want, you can see the Bank Nifty ka data. Bank Nifty has 35,000 ka same, but what I say is 35,000 has the highest OI. I do not think it will breach that easily. Now let's see how things are. Something to note more is, tomorrow is a Friday. Every Friday I say this, and that's what I meant is, trade cautiously. I personally do not trade on Fridays. I stay out of the markets. I learn something new on the Fridays. I fix my all the wrong things, like sleep schedule, eating habits, everything. Or I read some new books. I observe the markets. I observe how other people trade. I talk to new people around me and everything. I do some stuff that is called weekend stuff. So that's how I spend my weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is my weekend. Okay. This is something why I do. I'll tell you in simple words. Let's say I have a loss on Thursday. Okay, I know something. I have like 3:30 market closes. That till then I can raise or do anything. Put 1,122 lakh rupees in a single trade and bring my profits back. Loss profits back, that which you should not do. Okay. Let's say I end up in a loss, with whatever 2% loss I take. Like, sometimes, and not I don't even take proper 2% loss. 1% loss is more than enough for me. And I close my trades. Now after that, I know one thing: if I made a loss today, Friday, I have a buffer day, so that I can go and trade, in which I'll trade with small quantity. but then I can get at least my loss back. Okay. Even if that day I lose, the loss is like 300, 400 rupees, not a big loss, like maximum 1k loss. So it's big, not an that big issue for me. Okay, this is how basically my trades are, and that's how I trade. On Fridays, what the issue is, tomorrow there's a Saturday, Sunday, 2 days holiday. If you make a loss on Friday, you'll spend your whole 2 days that, oh fuck, I should have not entered this trade. And now what to do on Monday to recover that losses. Okay, that's how you'll waste your weekends. You'll not grow yourself. Okay, you'll be stuck in one position. Second thing, what you sometimes do is on Fridays you take overnight positions. The worst mistake. Do not take overnight positions. The simple reason is on Fridays, after 2 days holiday, anything in that 2 days holiday, anything can happen. Some world war can be announced or some, anything like that. Earthquake can come. This COVID thing, like if imagine COVID, I don't remember when actually COVID fall came in, but then imagine someone had a Friday position and on Saturday this COVID thing lockdown and everything announced. Monday he knows market is going to be into a lower circuit. Imagine the loss that guy would have made. That is the reason you do not carry any positions, whatever long, short, straddle, anything. Okay, on the Fridays. Okay, if you have a no proper hedged position, then it's fine. Like limited loss positions, then it's fine. But then naked positions, do not carry them. That's it for the video. I hope this will help you, and I'll try to be more specific with the analysis and will be more active with the analysis. So thank you. See you in the next video.